Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Priscilla Meza. Well, let's get right to our 4th of July forecast. Here's meteorologist Sam Sampiri, who has all the details for the big celebration. Sam, are we going to be getting rained on tomorrow?
I think we're going to have a couple of storms that we're going to have to dodge some bullets at, but other than that, it's not going to be a rainy day at all. It's another hot, humid day, extreme heat warnings, and then we break the heat for the second half of the weekend. Right now, we're hot and humid, 86 still. Windsor locks 90 here in downtown Hartford, but out in the rural areas, upper 70s to near 80, a little warmer down along the shore. Dew points are back up into the 70s after dropping off this afternoon. Heat indices still into the 90s down the Connecticut River Valley, and the wind lightening up now. We did have a cluster of storms just off to our south. We missed those, but it blew up these high clouds as it moves along. Now we're watching another line of showers and storms moving on down. Looks like we might dodge those too. We might get clipped at that second part, northern Connecticut, but it's nothing severe at all. We missed the severe weather. Look at that cluster went down through New York City. So overnight, partly cloudy, warm and humid with lows only into the 70s, and then we'll jump those temperatures right back up in the morning pretty quickly, and highs 90 to 95. Heat indices, yes, 95 to 100, 100 to 110. Here's the temperature profile across all of Connecticut. And yes, firework forecast right now. There is the chance for a thunderstorm, but temperatures will be dropping into the 70s. Coming up, I'll detail time out, some thunderstorm possibility for your Saturday. But the good news is the heat's done, and then some big changes on your Fox 61 7-day forecast for next week. Priscilla.
Thank you, Sam. Now to a warning from a mother to other parents about the dangers of playgrounds in hot weather. Her daughter ended up in the emergency room earlier this week. Fox 61's Tim Lato reports from West Suffield.
Now, even though it's mostly in the shade, the slide is still hot to the touch in all this heat. A mom says it caused her 2-year-old daughter to suffer third-degree burns, the most severe.
I saw the burn on her bottom, and I was like, oh my God. So I'm freaking out because never in my life my kids have never got a burn.
A fun day at the beach and park turned into one of the most traumatic memories within seconds for the Savelli family. 2-year-old daughter Ivory was playing on the Sunrise Park playground with her siblings when she went down the plastic slide. The screams came seconds later as her skin burned.
The skin is gone. I had to throw her her bathing suit away. I never wanted to see it again because her skin is literally on the bathing suit.
Her mother, Solana Savelli, says Ivory suffered second and third-degree burns on her bottom, knee, and feet. An ambulance had to come take her to the emergency room. Now Savelli has to change her daughter's bandages daily.
It's been excessive heat with of course, a lot of sun. And while it is relatively shaded in this area, you know, at certain times the sun can sort of hit it just right and heat it up.
Chad Kozankowski is the superintendent of Suffield Parks. He says a child getting burned on the playground has never happened before, but there's a small sign on the side of the equipment warning about the possibility of burn injuries.
Try to have a sign on the equipment that warns of that and other possible dangers. And we did, on the town website, we do put a warning whenever there's excessive heat.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says plastic slides can easily reach temperatures above 120 degrees, enough for a third-degree burn. So I tested the slide out myself. It was hot, but not enough to burn me or cause any pain through my pants. Kozankowski recommends parents check the temperature of equipment before letting their kids use it.
Test it with your hand, or maybe just stay away altogether if it's a really hot day. And you know, just pay attention to things like signage around the park.
Savelli wants to make sure this horrific accident doesn't happen to any other kids or parents, so that the park is a place for fun, and fun only.
Always check, always check the slides. If they're in the sun when you get there, check them, feel them all the way down, not just the top or the bottom, the whole thing.
And Ivory is expected to take at least 3 weeks to recover from her burns. In West Suffield, Tim Lato, Fox 61.
Earlier in West Hartford, we had a traffic alert. Part of I-84 was closed down to one lane because of a car crash. This is DOT camera, and when they zoomed out, it looked like 3 cars were involved. This was in between exits 40 and 41. I-84 is now open. Now, with temperatures on the rise, people are also increasing another thing, their AC usage. And with so many people blasting their air conditioners, electric grids are under a lot of stress, and so are neighbors' wallets. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules spoke with an Eversource energy expert to learn how you can save energy and money during the heat wave.
With temperatures in the 90s, you may be tempted to put your air conditioner as low as it can go. But some people I spoke with say keeping it at a sensible 70 degrees will still do the trick.
So if we cannot keep our temperature, our thermostats, at 60 degrees and maybe, 70, 71.
Melissa Kaloje, an energy efficiency spokesperson for Eversource, says although crews work on the power grid year-round to prepare for heat waves, excessive air conditioning use can still put stress on it. Jennifer Delorso says in this heat, it is difficult to keep her energy usage low.
Yeah, haven't turned it off.
She says she's had the air conditioning running for days. Although she normally keeps her AC set to 70 degrees, to save energy, she turns the temperature up when no one is home.
I turn it to like 74 or whatever, just so it's not killing it.
Kaloje says it's best to avoid constantly turning your air condition on and off through the day.
Most will just turn it right up to, say, 70 degrees. So now that system's going to use a lot of energy trying to get it up to that temperature.
She says keeping energy usage down will not only help ease stress on the power grid, but also keep your bill lower too. She recommends also using ceiling fans to help circulate the air better in your home.
If you have ceiling fans as well, that's even better. You can rotate it counterclockwise at a certain speed during the summer, so it helps circulate and move the air a lot better.
Kaloje also encourages people to conserve energy by only using appliances like dryers and dishwashers early in the morning or late in the evening. In Hartford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
While you're enjoying your 4th of July picnics and barbecues this weekend, the farmers who grew that food are already working to produce your next meals. Now, it's a job that doesn't quit through a snowstorm or a heat wave. Fox 61's Celine Arif gave a visit to Sunset Farm in Milford to learn how this weather affects their jobs and the crops.
Well, it doesn't get more local than this. You can buy your vegetables here, which were grown just yards away in this field. But getting the produce to customers on hot weeks comes with a lot of work behind the scenes. Caitlin Kimball puts in that work at Sunset Farm. She shares more than 20 acres with her husband, who, like her, is a first-generation organic farmer.
We have a farm stand, we go to 5 farmers markets, we sell to local schools, local food hubs, and pantries.
It's a lot of busy hands here, and their work is directly impacted by the day-to-day weather that is unfortunately out of their hands.
You could be the greatest farmer in the world, but you're up against the weather. So there could be a lot of rain, there could be, not enough rain, like we're kind of in a little bit of a drought right now.
The extreme heat can sometimes keep customers away.
Dug those out of the ground 30 minutes ago.
But the bigger worry is the produce. While some crops thrive in this weather, others do the opposite.
So we have to water more. It means that things might wilt, right? A lot of the really leafy green stuff doesn't do super great in the heat. The lettuce, things like that, it may bolt or go bad.
That means the field needs a lot more irrigation and TLC. Crops don't take a day off, just like their farmers.
We're working a full day. The squash doesn't stop, the cucumbers don't stop.
Kimball says the only way to survive summertime farming is to drink as much water as the crops.
We find some shade, we take breaks. Starting earlier is really key. Hats are key like this to protect ourselves from the sun, but we really just push through and our employees do an excellent job.
From the farm to customers' hands.
I've never seen cauliflower.
Purple, yep, it's just a purple variety.
Kimball says it's a challenging industry to be in on any day, especially days this hot. But they keep plowing ahead because they want to give their neighbors access to local food that's grown right here in Connecticut.
We have 10, 20 people who are shopping with us every week, spending $25. That has a huge impact on the local economy and on a business like ours.
Kimball says the best way you can support small farms is buying your groceries directly from a farm stand like this one. This farm stand is open 5 days a week. In Milford, Celine Arif, Fox 61.
A West Hartford firefighter had to stop battling a fire today because the extreme heat made them sick. Around 9 this morning, officials say aluminum was burning inside an industrial building off of New Britain Avenue. The response required specialized firefighting tactics. It took the crews more than 2 hours to get the fire under control, and the fire marshal's office is investigating where and how it started. A West Hartford business owner is back with his family tonight after he spent about 2 weeks in federal custody. Seo Sekunjanen was released from an immigration center in Rhode Island. According to Senator Richard Blumenthal, Sekunjanen's son told the senator his father is doing well. Sekunjanen was detained at the Park Road Dunkin' on June 20th, just 3 blocks from his restaurant Portobello. His son witnessed the whole thing.
Out of nowhere, 5 unmarked cars surrounded me, my father, and my brother. They all came out with guns, automatically wanting for his arrest. They didn't ask for his name, for any identification, and even though I was pleading with the officers, it came to no avail, and they just took him away like a snap of a finger.
And we're still working to learn why ICE took him into custody. Lawmakers told us Seo has a pending application for lawful permanent residency in the U.S. Senator Blumenthal calls his release a magnificent start to the 4th of July and thanked the community who rallied around Seo. Now, the Middlesex County America 250 parade has been postponed until Labor Day because of the extreme heat. Now, Middletown's Mayor Gene Nocera says the decision was made with public safety in mind. He says he looks forward to celebrating America's 250th anniversary with the community in September.